Hiya. So you're back for lesson 2, which is fantastic. And this week, the topic is how to be a Canva diva. Now, I know from the comments I've been sent that the idea of being a Canva diva is very exciting for some of you, and I'm with you on that. Canva is the most fantastic tool. So in the handout that is accompanies this week's lessons, I'll talk to you about how you can use Canva in a way which is a bit quicker but still generates fantastic results. I'll just recap a little bit if you are new to Canva. It's this amazing tool which you can either have as a free version or you can pay. It's about £12 a month, I think, so it's not very much, but you can do everything that I'm talking about in the free version. You don't need the paid one. I do have the paid one, but that's because I live and breathe Canva. And there are a few things which are exciting in the paid version. Mostly there's a resize option. Anyway, I digress. So what Canva does is it allows you to use images and then easily overlay graphics. And I've got some little tutorials that you'll find on this week's page, which just walk you through some examples of me using my Canva so you can see how easy it is to use. The secret to being a Canva diva, though, is not spending hours and hours and hours in Canva creating your perfect image, which is a trap that many of us get stuck in, including me initially. So don't do that. Learn to use Canva in a really smart way, and this is how you use Canva in a smart way. What you do is you create for yourself 5 or 6 images that you like the look of, and you then replicate them. So you use these 5 or 6 layouts and you just change the image, change the words, change the maybe colors so that they look different, but they are essentially the same. I don't know, this may not make sense when I'm talking to you about it in this way. Let me just bring in a little illustration. Here we are. So, say you have an image that you're going to use for social. Let's turn that around a bit more. And the easiest thing is you just have a picture. So then your challenge is to get the right picture to use to go with your story. And there's 2 ways you can do that. The way I do it is I take my own pictures on my phone and I upload them into Canva. And then I've got no copyright issues on them. I know they're unique and I can find photos that easily match what I want to talk about. So that's an easy way to do photos. Another way that's really, really easy to do is that you use the photos that Canva offers you. And if you check, and I'll show you how to do this, you check the search for free images. It offers you lots and lots of images for free. So you can go and make your post of a free image. So say you're doing, I had one student who was doing keto eating, and she just searched on keto eating and got lots of images she could use for free, and it upgraded the way that her social media account looked dramatically, all on free photos. She didn't need to take any. The third way of finding photos is to use free photo libraries where you can go and search thousands of images and take one that you want to use and upload it into Canva, and I'll put some links to that in the handout. So that's your very basic image. So you want some variety, you don't all want the same thing. So say you also want, and I'd recommend that you have one that is a quote. So this is your picture. And this one, maybe you want to do a quote. You will find in Canva, if you search in what templates, and I'll show you how to do that, you can find a number of different ways of laying out a quote. So find one that you like and just use it a lot. So there's one that I use, which is a plain background and then a square of colour. Your quote goes in here and there's some big speech bubbles up here. And all I need to do when I'm creating this one is I can change the background and use photos or change the colour, and I change the words of the quote. But I don't have to think about the layout. It's already done. It's really quick and easy. And I just create a whole load in one go. All of the same, change the words and change the background. Then I've got a number of quotes done. So you have a picture and a quote. What else might you have? Well, one that I like to use is a picture. Let's check you can see this. Yeah. So again, it tends to be a picture. And then I have a square of text, a little overlay of text here. Sometimes I'll put my logo on down here. And just to be a Canva diva, what you do is you have that layout, you like that layout, and you create a number of them with a different picture and a different bit of text. So what I'm recommending to you is you choose maybe 6 different layouts that you like, and then you replicate them and make different images because you're changing the copy, you're changing the colours, you're changing the picture. And again, I'll show you some examples in the tutorials that I'll be on this week's page. So that may sound really simple, but it's a very smart way to use Canva, and it will enable you to churn out lots of content which looks fabulous in not much time. A little word of warning, I'll move this away now. A little word of warning, use the templates as they are. Don't think, oh, that'll look a bit better if I make that rectangle a square, or if I change the proportions of that, or if I've got that diagonal there and I'm going to move it around. Once you start moving around the templates that Canva suggests to you, it takes you loads of time, and B, you lose the impact because the templates are designed by designers and they just look better. So particularly in the early days, just don't fiddle around with the templates too much. So that's a word of warning. And then the final thing to say is that in an ideal world, you'll be thinking about how to apply your brand to your social media posts. You don't need to do this in the early days. So skip this if you are just starting out and finding your feet and getting confidence. Also skip it if you don't have a brand yet. It's not essential. A lot of social media posts work just fine with a picture, with nothing on it, as long as it's an interesting picture. If you do want to start using brand, I've got a link to a masterclass that Vardeep of the Branding Fox did for me, which I'll put on this week's page for you to have a look and understand a bit more about branding. When you apply branding to your social media posts in Canva, what you're looking for is you use your brand fonts. So you decide what fonts you're going to use for your brand and you stick to those. You use a certain palette of colours, which are called your brand colours, and you either put overlays on images or you choose images. So say one of my colours is red, so I tend to use a lot of red, that kind of thing. So you use your brand fonts, your brand colours, and then of course you can use your logo. I have different versions of my logo. I've got the big version here, which I use on some things. And I've also got a little circular version, which I can drop onto social media pictures a bit more easily. And actually, if you ever get to have a logo designed, you should be thinking about that, having versions of logos that work in different contexts. And that's one of the reasons why it's a really bad idea to design your own logo, because when you're a beginner, you don't think about all these complicated things about making a logo work. So, as I say, the task this week is to become a Canva diva, and I recommend you do this by these nifty shortcuts. And what I'd really, really love, I don't know if you're all up for this, is to show me, go and create some images and share them in the group, because it would be great if you would. Also, it helps to make you accountable, so you actually get on and do the task. And if you don't do it, you won't make progress. And this is a great opportunity, because you're in a supportive group, to get a bit of feedback. So put some posts in there of some images you've made and enjoy getting a bit of feedback and encouragement. Brilliant. Okay, good luck this week, and post any questions you've got, obviously, through the week, and I'll have a look and keep supporting you. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.